What if the most dangerous thing you could do to your body wasn't starving, wasn't dehydration, but simply staying awake? No pain, no injury, just no sleep. Sounds harmless, but the longer you stay awake, the less control you have over your own mind, until your brain starts shutting down while you're still conscious. At first, nothing feels extreme. You've probably stayed awake for 18 or even 24 hours before, maybe for exams, work, or just scrolling through your phone. You feel tired, maybe a bit irritated, but you're still functioning. This is where most people underestimate sleep. They think, I've done this before. It's not that serious. But what your body is doing internally tells a completely different story. After about 24 hours without sleep, your brain already starts slowing down. Reaction time drops, decision-making becomes weaker, and your ability to focus decreases significantly. In fact, studies show that after 24 hours awake, your mental performance is similar to someone who is legally drunk. You may feel awake, but your brain is no longer operating at full capacity. Push it further to around 36 hours, and things start slipping in ways you can't fully control. This is where something called micro-sleeps begin. These are brief, involuntary moments where your brain shuts off for a few seconds, even while your eyes are open. You could be walking, talking, or even driving, and suddenly, without warning, your brain goes offline for a moment. You don't notice it, but your awareness drops. This is your body trying to force sleep because it cannot sustain continuous wakefulness. You're no longer fully in control, even if you think you are. By the time you reach 48 hours without sleep, the damage becomes more visible. Your brain struggles to process reality accurately. You may begin to experience distortions, objects appearing slightly different, sounds feeling sharper or unfamiliar. Emotionally, you become unstable. Small things irritate you. Your patience disappears. Anxiety increases. At the same time, your immune system begins to weaken. Your body is no longer repairing itself properly because one of the main functions of sleep, cellular recovery, is no longer happening. At 72 hours or 3 days without sleep, things start getting dangerous. Hallucinations begin. Not imagination, actual sensory experiences that feel real. You might see shadows moving that aren't there, hear voices or sounds that don't exist, or feel sensations on your skin without any cause. Your brain is no longer correctly separating reality from internal signals. Memory becomes unreliable. Conversations become difficult to follow. You may forget what you were doing just seconds ago. At this stage, your mind is not just tired, it's unstable. Now, this isn't just theory. It's been tested in real life. In 1964, a high school student named Randy Gardner stayed awake for 11 days, 264 hours, the longest scientifically recorded case of voluntary sleep deprivation. At the beginning, he experienced normal fatigue, but as the days passed, the effects became severe. He developed memory loss, confusion, and strong hallucinations. At one point, he believed he was someone else entirely and struggled to recognize reality. His coordination collapsed. He couldn't even perform basic tasks properly. But here's the part that confuses people. He didn't die. After the experiment ended, he slept for around 14 hours and gradually recovered. This leads to a dangerous misunderstanding that humans can survive without sleep for long periods and just bounce back. That's not the full picture, because there's another condition that shows what happens when sleep is truly removed. Not temporarily, but permanently. It's called fatal familial insomnia. This is a rare disorder where a person gradually loses the ability to sleep completely. At first, it begins with mild insomnia, but over time, the brain loses control of sleep entirely. And when that happens, the consequences are irreversible. Patients experience severe hallucinations, panic attacks, rapid weight loss, and complete mental breakdown. Their body continues to deteriorate because the brain is no longer able to perform the essential processes that happen during sleep. And the outcome is always the same: death. This condition proves something critical. Sleep is not optional. It is not just about feeling rested. It is a biological function that your brain depends on to survive. Now let's understand why. When you sleep, your brain is extremely active. It's not shutting down, it's repairing itself. One of the most important processes that happens during sleep is the removal of waste products from the brain. Throughout the day, your brain builds up toxic proteins, During sleep, a system known as the glymphatic system clears these toxins out. Without sleep, these toxins accumulate, interfering with brain function. At the same time, your brain processes memory. Everything you learn during the day is organized and stored during sleep. Without it, your ability to retain information collapses. That's why, after long periods without sleep, people struggle to remember even simple things. Emotionally, sleep also resets your brain. Without it, your emotional control weakens. You become more reactive, more impulsive, and less stable. This is why prolonged sleep deprivation is linked to anxiety, depression, and even paranoia. Now imagine extending sleep deprivation even further. Your body enters a constant state of stress. Hormones like cortisol remain elevated, keeping you in a prolonged fight-or-flight state. Your heart rate increases, blood pressure rises, inflammation spreads through your body. Your immune system weakens to the point where even minor infections become more dangerous. Meanwhile, your brain continues to disconnect. Hallucinations become stronger and more frequent. You may begin to lose your sense of identity. Some people in extreme sleep deprivation states report feeling detached from reality, as if they're watching themselves from the outside. Others develop paranoid thoughts, believing they are being watched or followed. And here's the most dangerous part. Even if you try to stay awake, your brain will eventually override you. Microsleeps become longer. Your awareness drops. At some point, your brain will force shutdowns even while your body is active. This is why sleep deprivation is one of the leading causes of accidents in the real world, especially in driving and high-risk professions. People think they're in control, but they're not. Now let's answer the main question. What would happen if a person never slept? In the short term, they would experience fatigue, confusion, and instability. In the medium term, they would lose control of perception, memory, and emotional regulation. In the long term, if sleep is completely removed, as seen in conditions like fatal familial insomnia, the body would begin to fail entirely. Not instantly, but inevitably. Because sleep is not just a break from being awake. It is what keeps the brain and the body functioning. Without it, the system doesn't slow down. It collapses.